Hello guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Nourish with Renata podcast. Today is a special bonus episode because I have a cool gift for you coming up at the end of this episode all about cramps. So, did you know that cramps are actually the most common PMS symptom? About 90% of women experience cramps at some point, and they obviously vary in intensity for every woman. For about 15% of these women, it's debilitating pain where they feel like it stops them from living their life normally. I even know a woman who hid in the restroom at work because her pain was so bad. Now, period cramps occur because the cells in the uterine lining break down before menstruation, and this causes the release of something called prostaglandins. These cause the muscle layers of the uterus to contract, which causes cramps. Now, these prostaglandins also enter the bloodstream, and they can cause some other PMS symptoms like headaches, nausea, and vomiting. So the real question here is, what can you actually do about period cramps? And this is where one of my favorite and most powerful tools come in: food. Various foods can actually help to reduce inflammation, reduce the production of prostaglandins, and relax the muscles in the body, even the muscles that typically cramp during your period. So today I want to share with you my top 5 foods to help relieve your PMS cramps. These are ones you're definitely going to want to write down because when you implement them, they're going to help you so much with reducing or completely eliminating your PMS cramps, which is what I have personally experienced and so many of my clients have experienced too. So number 1, we are talking about omega-3s. These are your anti-inflammatory fatty acids that our bodies need to get from food because we don't actually make them in our bodies. When we experience increased inflammation, this can actually make our menstrual cramps worse. So my favorite foods for omega-3s are cold water fatty fish like salmon, which is one of my family's favorites, mackerel, as well as things like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. You can also potentially incorporate omega-3 supplements. We just want to make sure they contain both DHA and EPA. They're 2 of the 3 main omega-3 fatty acids. Number 2, we have magnesium. So magnesium is a powerful mineral with many positive benefits for the menstrual cycle. It helps to relax those muscles in the body, including the prostaglandins that can cramp, causing the pain during our period. Now, magnesium itself comes from some of my favorite foods, including dark chocolate, avocado, nuts, and seeds. You can also use a couple of magnesium supplements, specifically magnesium glycinate or bisglycinate, which are more absorbable and they help to calm down the nervous system too. Number 3 is antioxidant-rich foods. Antioxidants help to remove those free radicals from the body while also reducing and preventing additional cell damage. When we consume antioxidant-rich foods regularly, this can help to reduce inflammation in the body that can worsen cramps. So we want to aim to eat antioxidant-rich foods every day. Things like berries, beans, dark leafy greens, oranges, extra virgin olive oil. They're all fantastic options that you can incorporate into almost every single meal every day. Number 4 are high fiber foods. Now, many women experience constipation starting prior to their period. This can actually worsen cramping. So what we want to do is before your period begins, throughout that luteal phase, or really throughout the whole month, we want to make sure that we're focusing on a higher fiber intake. This can help with improving gastrointestinal regularity, and it can also help with removing excess estrogen from the body before it's reabsorbed, potentially leading to some additional PMS symptoms. When we do have excess estrogen that's reabsorbed into the body, this is what leads to something called estrogen dominance or high circulating estrogen. And this is definitely something that's linked with a lot of PMS symptoms. So my favorite high fiber foods are cruciferous vegetables. We're talking about things like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, Swiss chard. Think about those really thick-leafed, thick-stalked type veggies. And number 5 of my favorite foods to help you with your menstrual cramps is ginger. This is actually my favorite nutrition hack for easing menstrual cramps. Ginger is a powerful anti-inflammatory, and research has shown that about 750 to 2,000 milligrams of ginger per day in the 2 days leading up to your period, as well as the first 3 days of your period, are as effective as over-the-counter pain medications. So you can consume this through ginger supplements, which you can get online or at grocery stores, or you can use fresh or dried ginger root. This equates to about 3 grams or up to 10 grams of freshly grated ginger daily, or a half a teaspoon to 1 3/4 teaspoon of of dried ginger daily. So you can see that depending on whether it's fresh or dried will change the volume to aim for every single day. So I want to share with you a really easy ginger tea that you can actually make before your period begins, so you can consume it in those couple of days before your period and the 3 days after. And this is my super simple ginger tea recipe. So we're going to need about a 2 to 3 centimeter or 1 inch long piece of fresh ginger. We need about 3 cups of hot water, and that's your base. Now, we can also add in some additional things like honey or monk fruit sweetener for sweetness, or if you like the combination of lemon and ginger, which I know many people do, you can totally add that in as well. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of ginger and you're going to finely chop it, or you can actually use a microplane, which will grate the ginger into a very fine powder. Then we place the ginger into a heat-proof jug and you're going to cover it with some recently boiled hot water. Let that steep for about 10 minutes. You can then drain the ginger out of it if you don't want to have the ginger pieces in your tea, or you can keep it in there depending on what you like. And then roughly 1 or 2 times a day, you want to have about a cup of this tea that you can drink either at room temperature or warmed up. You might even like it cold, as well as adding in your optional additions such as the honey, monk fruit sweetener, or lemon. So that's a really simple ginger tea that you can meal prep ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about it when your period actually comes. So let me know how you're going to incorporate those 5 top foods to help you with your menstrual cramps. I would love to hear from you how that affects your cramps moving forward. And if you're interested in learning more about powerful nutrition to reduce or eliminate your PMS symptoms, I have a special bonus just for you. This is my Powerful PMS Relief Bundle. It's a set of 3 video trainings to teach you all about the most common PMS symptoms and the foods that can actually help you to reduce or completely eliminate that PMS. So I'm going to be sharing with you all about estrogen dominance, which we covered a little bit today, as well as low progesterone, and one of the most commonly asked questions, which is about supplements. The supplements that have been shown scientifically and experientially that help to make PMS better. This Powerful PMS Relief Bundle is literally jam-packed with nutritional info and guidance so that you can literally implement things today so that your cycle starts getting better. And who doesn't want that? So definitely click on the link below in the description, all about the Powerful PMS Relief Bundle, and let's start loving our cycles today. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you for this special episode, all about cramps and what you can actually do about it so that you don't have to suffer through your period at all. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them below. I love helping you guys out with your PMS relief. So make sure to check out that bundle, share it with someone you love, and of course, I'll see you in the next episode.